Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. In particular, welcome to Rockin Robbie Live, a special edition of Rockin Robbie Live tonight, and I am your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. How is everybody doing? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I've had a great weekend too. I watched The Flash today. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. We got plenty of stuff to talk about, but the main focus tonight in this special edition of Rockin Robbie Live is me sharing my experiences and my thoughts and my haul from HeroesCon 2023. HeroesCon is just the best con, and Spilio, I see you out there in the chat. No offense to MegaCon or Orlando, and meeting you and Brittany and everybody else and hanging out, that was great. But as far as the actual con, not just the post-con, but as far as the actual con, HeroesCon just takes the cake. I'm sorry, man. And maybe I say that about every con I go to. Well, I always switch up, apparently, between HeroesCon and MegaCon. Anyway, tonight we'll be talking about HeroesCon, my experience last weekend. It was fantastic. Those that follow us on social media, whether it's my Facebook page or whether it's the Instagram page for Pop Culture Philosophers, you've already seen a lot of the pictures that we'll be sharing tonight, but you haven't seen a lot of the cool, nifty stuff that I'm going to be sharing and showing off tonight as well. Also tonight, we will be revealing the full lineup for PCP Movie Night Action Fest 2023, which starts 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yes, what's that, like July 10th or something? Sounds right, July 10th. Starts July 10th, Action Fest. We'll be revealing that lineup tonight, but we will still be doing the DC sneak peek as well. DC, believe it or not, has comics out this week. I've read them. I'm going to let you know what I thought about them. But I do want to say that you should visit BlackBox Comics and enter PCP10 for a 10% discount. You can also do the same thing at dynamicforces.com. Just enter code Robbie. That will save you 10%. You can follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie, and you can help support the channel at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, or with a super chat. Now, we got a super chat menu tonight, but it's a little bit of a streamlined super chat menu. Super chats or PayPal donations. I got a pinned comment at the top with my PayPal information. If you want to send the money directly, it's something we did like a couple weeks ago, and we had a nice split, and it was actually really nice. So if you want to send a donation to this channel and help support us, you can do so through a super chat or through PayPal at the link or the address, I should say, pinned at the top. $10 or more gets you the Hellboy song or a song request. And $20 or more, we're doing a shot of Jose Cuervo Silver. And y'all know we can't kick off the show without one. This is definitely something that has continued to be a bit that we're committed to here at PCP since MegaCon, which is the Jose Cuervo Silver. And also, we're going to start doing Twin Peaks Thursdays. Anyway, so here you go, y'all. Let's have a great show, everybody. Here's to you, PCP Army. Delicious. Delicious. Anyway, what's coming up here at the channel? Well, first of all, PCP mystery boxes are now available. We had some available exclusively to the PCP Army. Those got. So now we're opening them up for everybody. We got 10 available. They are $30. They will contain comic books, original artwork from me, trading cards, and other fun little surprises. $30. That includes shipping. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night, we wrap up Crew's Choice 2023 with Joe Corallo's pick, which is Gandahar, a 1987 French animated film that is absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to talk about that. If you need to find it to watch, just find it here on YouTube. People have it here on YouTube, even with English subtitles. Just turn on the captions. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, it's time for the monthly review. What are the best comics of June 2023? Find out what me and the panel thinks. And that will be on Thursday night. And who's the panel going to be? I don't know. We'll find out. And then Dylan's Horror Show. I won't be there, but they will be talking about Jaws on Saturday night, July 1st. Maybe I might want to. Nope, I'm busy Saturday night. My bad. Jaws on Dylan's Horror Show Saturday night. So remember, PCP mystery boxes are now available. Only 10 are available. $30, including shipping. If you are interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Gandahar, which is Joe Corallo's pick for a Crew's Choice tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night, 8 p.m. Central Time. The monthly review, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then Dylan's Horror Show, Jaws, Saturday night at, it's like between 6:30 and 7:15 Central Time. That's what it is. So Station, how's everybody doing? Let's take a look at the chat, see who's here. We'll be getting into all the HeroesCon stuff very shortly. Let's see, we got Rogue Collecting up in the house. Station. William Ferguson's in the house. What's up, everybody? Station. John Spiliotopoulos is here. Station to all of us beautiful people. That's right, John. Two Gun Pedro's in the house. Pew, pew, pop, pop, boom. How you doing, buddy? Hey, what's up, Bizarro Fett? What's up, Nova69? What's up, Dwayne Zapane? Hey, Jay. Jay says, just popping in before the next show. Just to say what's up to everyone. Hope you had an awesome weekend. I hope you had a great weekend, too. I hope you have a good show, brother. Love the TLC shirt Robbie is sporting in the pick. Well, thank you so much. I don't buy many shirts from Target, like shirts with like graphic tees and shit, because like everybody gets them. That's why you find everybody wearing the same Nirvana shirt, or everybody wearing the same Dr. Pepper shirt or Taco Bell shirt or some shit like that. But when I saw that TLC shirt, I mean, TLC in the early 90s, from the ooh on that TLC tip era in particular, that, and of course Crazy Sexy Cool, but that era in particular, that's my vibe, that's my jam, that's who I am. Hey, Sleepy Reader 666 is in the house. Station, Damien, how you doing? Hey, what's up, Andy? Andy. Kenneth, how you doing? What's up, CTA Frank? Eddie in the house. Station Robbie in chat. Excited to hear about your HeroesCon journey. Andy says The Flash. Yeah, we'll be getting to that in just a second. Aggressively Relaxing says, HeroesCon was awesome. Sorry I didn't run into you. Well, I didn't run into you either. Or maybe we did and we just didn't notice. Who knows? But maybe next year. Spilio says, can't wait to talk about The Flash. Spoiler alert, I really enjoyed it. We got Philip in the house. Station, everyone. Can't stay long. I have homework due tonight. Have a great show, Robbie. Well, thank you very much, Philip. You can check us out on the replay. Bizarro says, I dug Flash too. Two Gun Pedro says, so hyped for Action Fest. OUG, what is up? This week, Bizarro Fett and I made up a song about one of our cats to the theme song. Hi, all. That's awesome. Evil Face Bad is in the house. What's up? Sanji's in the house. Took that shot like a champion. Hot damn. Well, you know. It's good. It's good. Andy says, cheers. Hi, Robbie. Thoughts on the G.I. Joe Transformers relaunching on Image Skybound? All right, so even though we have a grand plan, the show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. So get them in right now. What do you want to chat about? What do you want to talk about? But before we get into that, it's time for your first five. All right, so we're opening up this pack of Mark Spears monster cards. He right now is kickstarting a brand new series of these cards. We'll be talking about that more on the channel as the weeks progress, but do check that out. But we're going to open these up, and we're going to pull the first 5 cards out and take a look at them. First up, ooh, like the Bride of Frankenstein, the Monster's Bride. Mark is a very talented artist. You know, we were talking about Jaws earlier. How about behind you? There's a nice little Jaws reference. Is that upside down? Nope, it's not upside down. Next up, the Dreadful Dracula. Next up, Bigfoot. One thing I'm noticing in these card packs is a lot of repeats. A lot of repeats, Mark. That's all I'm saying. And then Caged. It's a Frankenstein monster. That's dope. Some cards from Mark Spears Monsters there. Friend of mine who is currently kickstarting Mark Spears Monsters Series 2. Check them out. And that has been your first 5. All right, to get into Andy's question, what do I think about the G.I. Joe Transformers relaunching on Image Skybound? I think it's awesome. I thought Void Rivals was a really good book. It made the pick of the week, mostly because it was a light week that week. It's not a book like that would typically make the pick, but one of the things that I really appreciated is they were able to hold that secret in for a very long time. The idea that this was the launch of a new shared universe between G.I. Joe Transformers and other original creations that Robert Kirkman will be creating, that Hasbro will have ownership of. There were rumors that this was happening, and then all the rumors kind of died down and it shut up, and then we didn't hear anything. And then retailers, we got to know what was up like 5-6 weeks beforehand because they did this video conference. They let everybody read the book, but they didn't have the very end, the Jetfire bit in there. And then they shared the Jetfire bit on a video con, knowing that would help increase their sales leading up to FOC, and it did, and it worked, and Diamond sold out, and they're doing a second printing. And I am all here for it because we've had Transformers books from Marvel back in the day, and those were great. Then we had the Dreamwave era, which I like some of that stuff, but that was a whole fiasco in and of itself. Then we got the IDW stuff, and I know that there are fans of all that IDW stuff, but it eventually just kind of gets convoluted and shit, right? But the biggest thing is that with Kirkman kind of being the one to produce these books, I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to get some really solid talent to do these books. And then the announcement, Duke and G.I. Joe, or Duke and Cobra Commander, both written by Josh Williamson. Solid. Friend of the show, great guy. But the biggest thing was Transformers #1 in October, written and illustrated by Daniel Warren Johnson. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Now, at HeroesCon last week, Daniel Warren Johnson was there. And I met him in 2019 there. I met him last year there. I didn't really meet him this year because this dude had long-ass lines, and I wonder why. It's because everybody was getting him to do Transformers commissions and shit. If you look at his socials, his Instagram page, he did a lot of Transformers work. I am so pumped and hyped for the action-packed artwork, the insane pace of his scripts, and the nuance of drama and humanity in his scripts to be presented in a Transformers books. And I think that we are months away from what may very possibly be the greatest Transformer comic of all time. And I'm not trying to overhype it, but y'all, Daniel Warren Johnson, has he done anything I haven't liked? No. All right. I think we're about to get the greatest Transformers comic of all time. So I'm really pumped. Really, really pumped. Evil Face Bad says, Rob, you get any of those Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings cards? People are going crazy for the One Ring card. People willing to pay a lot for it. Yeah, I'm not really super into Magic. For the last few months, I've been slowly, kind of rebuilding this Merfolk deck that I used to have, but I haven't really put it fully together and played it or anything like that, so I don't know. We sell it at the shop. People going crazy for it. They love it. They love the idea of the One Ring and all that shit, so, more power to them. Marvin Wynn in the house station. Bro, I found out, as I was leaving that Marvin was at HeroesCon. Didn't even realize it. We didn't get to hook up. I'm so sorry, brother. That would have been dope to hang out. CMA Thunder is in the house. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Always makes me think of that song. Some reason. Kitten Puke is in the house. What is up? Mike, straight out of Tampa. How you doing? Eddie says, so stoked for Daniel Warren Johnson on Transformers. Totally called it, too. Sleepy Reader says, is HeroesCon your all-time favorite? Yes, I would say it's my all-time favorite con, mostly because of this. MegaCon was fun because I got to hang out with a lot of people, meet a lot of people, especially after the show. But what I love about HeroesCon is that it's all comic book creators. There's no fluff. And no offense to people that like going to see fluff. I'm there for it too. You know what I'm saying? But there's nobody from Cobra Kai. There's nobody from Power Rangers. There's no voice actors from animes. There's no cosplayers. There's no random people from Walking Dead. It is just comic book creators. And it is always an incredibly stacked lineup. And it's always a good time afterwards as well. Neighborhood Merc says, I missed out on Void Rivals, and I'm dying to get my hands on that issue. There's a second print coming. Hey, what's up, Whole Shoe? How you doing, my man? Eddie says, Dreamwave was the last time I was actively collecting Transformers. OUG says, this was Amazeballs news. Love that I'm going to be able to read some new G.I. Joe and Transformers because I watched all of it when I was a kid. Hell yeah, me too. Sanji says, I don't know much about Transformers, but I guess this is a good time to get in. You're right. Bizarro says, and Larry Hama is still on A Real American Hero from what I've read. That's cool. Yep, he picks it up with 301 from Image. So that's great. War Duke 81 says, Skybound, transform and roll out, baby. Cloud Kicker says, I'm definitely getting Transformers. Hell yeah. Me too. All right, don't forget, we got Super Chat menus available tonight. If you donate tonight through PayPal or through a Super Chat, $10 or more, Hellboy song, $20 or more, tequila shot. And honestly, I want another tequila shot, so I'm just going to say next Super Chat at any level gets a shot of tequila. Is it too much to ask that we might get some Jim in the Skybound universe? Yeah, I don't think that they got the rights to that. Because I also don't think they picked up rights to Visionaries or Mask, I think might be Hasbro now. Or Micronauts or ROM. Jim and the Holograms. Now, here's the thing. Whoever does eventually decide they want to do something with Jim and the Holograms again, just get Sophie Campbell or get Kelly Thompson back on that book because their work on Jim and the Holograms from IDW, it's like one of my favorite comics of the last 20 years. That Jim and the Holograms is one of my favorite licensed comics of all time. It is absolutely brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And we got a super chat from Spilio. Station, my man. Thank you so much. It's time for a song and a shot. So let's do it. yo. Well, let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Bliss and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. PPRD. Spillio, I love you so much. Do you happen to have a bottle of tequila nearby? A bottle of vodka? Anything like that? Would you join me in a shot, please, Spillio? Even if all you got is some Mike's Hard Lemonade, just pour it in a shot glass. If you just got water, put some water and some pepper in it and just go for it, right? Let's do it. Thank you so much. Here's to you. I love tequila. The lime's just I don't know why I do the lime. I don't do the salt anymore. Some uzu? What the hell's that? What is that? I don't even know what that is, brother. Yeah, Kelly Thompson. Really pumped for her Birds of Prey, by the way, OUG. Average Comics Joe says, Station Robbie, I've noticed you've lost some weight. Congratulations. It's the first time someone on the channel has noticed it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have lost 30 pounds since February. So, how have I done it? Eating less. So basically being in a caloric deficit, paying attention to what I'm eating, trying to mostly eat good solid stuff, whole foods and shit. I'm intermittent fasting again. Been doing a little bit of walking, but not as much as I really should. But thank you. Thank you for noticing. In fact, I'm wearing my Skeletor shirt that I haven't fit in this shirt in like 3 years probably. Maybe 4. So like, fuck yeah. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I really do appreciate it. Feeling good. Fuck yeah. So, hell yeah. Thank you. I'm so overwhelmed and overcome right now. Can we just take a pause for station identification? It's very nice of you to notice that, average Comics Joe. ACJ. Spillio says, I want Micronauts and Rom to be in that Skybound universe. You know, IDW tried that and just didn't really work. G.I. Joe, Transformers, that's really all you need. Those are the two big brands. As much as I adore Visionaries and Micronauts, for instance, like Micronauts toys, those are some of my first toys. Like, I guess I got them, I don't know how I had them, but I wound up, like, I had Micronauts toys at a very young age. They must have belonged to my stepdad or a cousin, an older cousin or something like that. But I absolutely loved and adored the Micronauts toys that I had. But as much as I love Visionaries and Micronauts and shit like that, like, nobody wants that shit forced into this. Let's just focus on trying to do some good Transformers comics, some good G.I. Joe comics, right? That's what we need. But I dig what you're saying. Taki's in the house. Station, my man. How you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat room. Hey, we also got Nick from Comic Culture in the house. Station. By the way, speaking of Nicks, we got Nick Cagnetti coming up here on the channel July 5th, Wednesday, July 5th, 7 p.m. Central Time. Come and join us as we talk to Nick Cagnetti, the creator of Pink Lemonade, who is One of the best new creators out there. I met him at HeroesCon. I got some stuff from him. We'll be sharing that off very soon. Hey, BlackBox Comics, what's up, Robbie? Great meeting you at HeroesCon. Is this Dimitri that I'm talking to? It was great meeting you too, brother. It was really cool meeting you, and thank you for all the support, bro. Man Cave, what is up? Hey, what's up, Brandon? Enact C6, I can't quite make out that name. Werewolf by Night is late, like you said earlier, but I'm hyped because it's Jack Russell and Elsa Bloodstone. I am hyped for it too, but it just seems weirdly placed. But then somebody else pointed out, like, maybe this is teasing into, like, maybe they're doing another one. But at the same time, are they? I don't know. What's up, Glenn? Station Robbie, that is awesome to hear. You're an inspiration with Eddie. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's a Greek drink like Sambuca, black licorice. I fucking love black licorice. Next time I'm down in Florida, you gotta let me have some, man. Sinner says, here's how you lose weight. Smoke more cigarettes. Okay. I haven't smoked a cigarette since 2019. But more power to you. Robotech is coming. Average Comics Joe says, I've been reading comics since 2012, so I didn't read comics pre-MCU. Are the stereotypes real about how the comic readers were treated before it was cool? Well, how about after it was cool and before it was cool again? Yes. Like, nobody gave a shit or thought you were pretty kind of loserish if you read comics in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Comics were very cool to be into in the mid to late 80s and the early 90s. They were hugely popular, and it was very, very cool to be into comics back then. But yeah, there was, yeah, for real. And it ebbs and flows. That's the way life is, right? David, what is up? Pink Lemonade was great. Excited to watch his interview. Yeah, it's going to be a cool conversation for sure. Yeah, I remember all those Batman toys. Loved them. Brandon says, still reeling from that Spider-Verse movie. So good. Can't wait to see American animation explode now. I still haven't seen the Spider-Verse movie, but I did go today to see The Flash. So let me talk about The Flash real quick. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say this. I liked it. I rather enjoyed The Flash. I had an immensely fun time the entire time throughout watching The Flash. I really... Now, there's been mixed reviews, and I know some people hate it. Some people think it's okay. Some people love it. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, actually. And knowing that the James Gunn DCU is coming, actually I think added something to it because it almost felt like a nice swan song. It's almost unfortunate that we're getting Aquaman 2 because this would have been a great movie to be like the last one until the new launch of the DCU. So overall, I really enjoyed the film. Cast-wise, I think Ezra Miller frickin' nailed it. They absolutely nailed their performance in this movie. All the outside stuff pushed aside, Ezra's performance in this movie was touching, funny, and dynamic and subtle at the same time. I really liked Ezra's performance in this movie. I liked Ben Affleck in this movie. You don't get much of him. I liked Michael Keaton in the movie. You get more of him than you get Ben. but I would have liked more Michael Keaton, but it was still good. Supergirl is badass in this movie and severely underutilized, honestly. There could have been more of her. And I hope they use her again because she was fucking awesome. So I think the performances were pretty solid throughout. In fact, Ezra Miller plays present-day Barry and younger Barry, and younger Barry was cracking me up the entire time. It was a funny, fun movie filled with hope, nostalgia, as well as some really solid points about grief and loss. Style and structure. The structure of the film's fine. It's like 2.5 hours long, but it doesn't feel very long at all to me. It kind of rushes right through, speeds by. Thought it was a solid Act 1, mostly Flash-centric. Act 2's more in that Flashpoint universe, but they're using Michael Keaton. They're using Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. That was fine. And then the ending, that was fine too. I liked it all. The only problem, structurally, is that there's not a main thread of a villain throughout the movie. There is, but it just dips in and out very briefly here and there in Act 1 and 2, and then they develop a lot of Act 3 around it, and then just kind of rush through it. That could have been dealt with a little bit better, in my opinion. So there's that. I do feel like that element of the film was kind of rushed and out of nowhere by the end of it. Style-wise, I, for the most part, liked it. Now, I've seen a lot of people complaining about some of the CGI, and yeah, I can get that because Ezra's suit looks so weird on them at times because I think a lot of it's CG at times, and it can look a little bit wonky at times. And other times where there's like fighting scenes or a car chase or something, it's obviously CGI. That kind of throws you out of it just a little bit, but just a little bit. Honestly, it didn't take me out of it too much. So it didn't, the CG to me wasn't egregious, and it didn't pull me out because I guess some of the other aspects of the movie, the performances and the kind of the story was really more intriguing, and the humor even, right? And the emotional thread. Speaking of that emotional thread, I cried watching The Flash. I lost my mother in 2008. And a big part of this movie is about Barry. It's the Flashpoint story. Barry goes back in time to save his mother because his mother is murdered when he's younger. And he goes back in time to save his mom. And maybe some slight spoilage here, but ultimately, he's going to realize that he has to allow his mom to die, to allow the world to exist as it's supposed to. And there's a scene where he gets to see his mom for a last time. I've seen a lot of people being like, nah, they want to see Bruce's dad's, they want Thomas Wayne Batman, and they want Bruce to read the letter, right? This to me was way more emotionally impactful. I was sitting there crying in the fucking theater, y'all. I was tearing up watching The Flash. So there you go. Music's really solid, pretty solid. I couldn't pick up necessarily a full theme just for Flash. But honestly wasn't paying attention to it too much, right? But every time Michael Keaton's Batman music came in, I sure did notice that. So I like the music. And I like the theme. Like I said, an exploration of grief, an exploration on letting go. And really, I am very shocked and surprised that this Flash movie had as much emotional punch as it did. And it has a lot of nostalgia stuff in it, right? A lot of like, hey, you remember this? You remember this? And a lot of people know about all the shit at the end, which I was tickled by all of that, to be honest with you. So I liked it. I liked the representation of time, though there were some weird things going on with like the time travel bit, how they represented it. That was a little off at times. So it's not a perfect movie, but I really rather enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it a very enthusiastic 3.5 out of 5. It's not my favorite DCEU film, but I'm unpopular in my opinion about BVS, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition or whatever. I think that movie's fucking brilliant. But I really did like The Flash. I thought The Flash was really solid, and I liked it. And it sucks that it's not doing so well Because apparently if it had done better, they were planning on doing a Michael Keaton Batman Beyond movie. But maybe they're just saying that out to be like, nah, yeah, see what happens next time you skip a DC movie. But that's what I thought about Flash. What did y'all think? Let me know. Yes, it's Demetrios. We appreciate you all. Hell yeah. What's up, buddy? Ever have cinnamon whiskey? Yeah, it's not my favorite, Todd, but I can dig it. I can do it. Stoked to read Pink Lemonade. I've got the trade coming. Hell yeah. I think the trade releases the day that we got Nick coming on. Holshoe says, have you seen the Toxic Crusaders arcade coming out by the dudes that did the new Turtles game? Hopefully you are down to come over and we can beat that game. Dude, I'm totally down for that. Fuck, let's hang out soon. I want to play more Street Fighter 6, brother. CTA Frank says, Flash 3.5. That's what I gave it. OUG says, Ezra Miller is a great actor. Ben Affleck made me wish we had gotten his own solo movie. Sasha Kyle, is it Kyle or Kali? Was amazing. Yeah, she was awesome. Yes, Sinner 24. I did. I really enjoyed The Flash. I had a lot of fun with it. Spilio says, I'd give The Flash 4.25. I think any glitchiness of the CGI was intended due to the subject matter. Now, I've seen where the director was like, you know, Andy Muschietti was like, yo, like when he's running, like we're trying to like show how warped his perspective is. I had no problem with any of that. The problem is the suit looked wonky as fuck on Ezra Miller at times. I really honestly liked the suit in the Justice League better, to be honest. Like I liked that look. It seemed sleeker and leaner. This one, there's something odd about it. And I feel like it was like CG'd in times. Like he's like Ezra's wearing, like they're wearing a green suit or something, and they're like putting it in over or something like that. And I got the same thing from Batman at times, but the CG didn't really bother me. Why is DC still so bad at CGI? I don't know, Sinner. Why don't we ask Marvel the same fucking question? Bizarro Fett says a solid 4 for me. John says, do you feel this director can give Superman the movie he deserves based solely on The Flash? Do you feel the director is up to it? Well, the director of Superman is James Gunn. But they did hire Andy Muschietti to do Batman Brave and the Bold. And after watching this, yeah, I think he's going to do a great job with Brave and the Bold. Especially knowing that it's going to be about Damian and Bruce. Yeah. Yeah, that Batman theme coming on got me on. Yeah, I love it too. Da-da-da-da-da. Bum-bum-bum. And when I went today, I very intentionally got Twizzlers and Cherry Coke because typically nowadays I usually get like Peach Sprite and Sour Patch Kids. I mix it up occasionally, but my old school favorite movie snack was always Twizzlers and Cherry Coke. And I watched Batman 89 in 89 at the Madison Square 12 here. I watched it there in 1989, and I vividly remember Twizzlers and Cherry Coke. So there you go. I had to recreate that today. It was a very magical experience for me, y'all. Hey, we got a super chat from Larry Moore. Tell you what, any super chat tonight, $10 or more, we do a shot of tequila and we do the fucking Hellboy song. So it's just an excuse to do another shot of tequila. But I'm not chugging beers tonight, so I think we'll be fine. All right. Ah, good. Woo, Larry. Thank you so much. This one's for you. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic meth mania. PPRD. Wow. Thank you so much, Larry, for the super chats once again. Any super chat from $10 or more tonight will be accompanied by a song and a tequila shot. We really appreciate it. And you can also donate directly to me at my PayPal link, which is pinned at the top. It's contact420@gmail.com. Interfacer says, Mystery Box was fun. Station, well, thank you so much. I'm sorry it took a while to get that one to you. However, I will once again remind everybody that PCP Mystery Boxes are now available. Only 10 are available as of tonight. We'll see what happens. $30 including shipping. They'll contain comics, original artwork from me, trading cards, other fun little surprises. And if you are interested, you can email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. I'll send you an invoice. You can pay it, and we'll send you a mystery box. Andy says, Flash was way better than Ant-Man Quantum Mania. I still haven't seen Ant-Man. And I heard bad things about that. I heard bad things about The Flash, but I needed to go see The Flash. I really wanted to. In fact, me and Rex did a whole show Friday about why The Flash flopped, and we hadn't seen it yet. So I had to go see The Flash, and Spider-Verse is next. Now we get Indiana Jones coming up. Asteroid City's out, so I'm falling behind because HeroesCon threw me behind. But, it is what it is. Taki says, your review sold me to see The Flash on Tuesday. Hell yeah. Andy says, Affleck sucks as Batman. Well, Andy, you'd be friends with my homie Jelani. Todd says, can't wait to see it, The Flash. Can't wait to see it, The Flash. Jim Mint spoiled the Superman, if you know what I mean. Well, there's few Supermen in the movie. So, which one are we talking about? Yeah, John. Holshoe, James Gunn's doing Superman Legacy, but Andy Muschietti is doing Batman Brave and the Bold, which will be Damian and Batman. So that's going to be fucking awesome. Rick says, if Flash couldn't find its footing with the general audiences, I'm not convinced Superman Legacy will do well either. A lot riding on that one movie. I'll tell you this, Rick. Superman Legacy doesn't have to be a hit, but it has to be good. See the difference? It doesn't have to make a lot of money at first because it's just the relaunch, right? But there's desperate need of a relaunch. The fact that they brought Michael Keaton back as Batman and this movie is struggling, DC needs a reboot, and they need it stat. They needed it 5 years ago, probably, honestly. As much as I hated to admit that, because there are a lot of elements I like about the DCEU. I mean, y'all know me. I love Man of Steel. I love Batman vs. Superman. In particular, the Ultimate Cut. I like Wonder Woman. I don't like Wonder Woman 84. I like Aquaman. I think Shazam's okay. Haven't seen Shazam 2. I love Birds of Prey. I don't like the first Suicide Squad, but it's not as bad as some people think. And I think the James Gunn Suicide Squad is okay. But I love the Snyder Cut of Justice League. So I love Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League. And yeah, I'm just as sad as other people are that we never got that full fleshed out vision. Who cares? At this point, DC needs a reboot. I think I have trust and faith in James Gunn. The movie doesn't have to be a smash hit, but it's got to be good. It's got to be good. It's got to be one of those movies that people reappreciate as it goes, and it's just got to be the launch. Iron Man wasn't the biggest thing. So Superman Legacy needs to be like Iron Man. It needs to be relevant, But it doesn't need to be a super smash of the year. But at the same time, it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Flash underperforming at the box office had to do with a lot of factors, yes. The Ezra Miller factor, the reboot factor, but more so than anything, the biggest factor is this. The DCEU has not been successful. Look at the money. You know, John Campea just did a whole little small video about it where he compared the top 10 grossing MCU films to the top 10 grossing DCEU films, and the only DC film that would be on the Marvel list would be Aquaman, and it would be at number 9. Thanks, OUG. Ask Marvel. Yeah, it's true. Taylor says 6.0 out of 10, I believe. Wonky CGI, weirdly paced, middling third act. Okay. Holeshoe's right, Spillio. All the good things you heard about Holeshoe from me were all lies. Every time I see John, he just kicks me in the nuts. OUG says, remember when Robbie tried to retire the Hellboy song? Good times, y'all. Yeah. There was a time we did that. Sorry you have bad experiences at the movie center. I didn't have a bad experience. I don't have many bad experiences, but I go intentionally to shows that I know not a lot of people are going to be at. Like I went and saw Flash today at 12:30 in the afternoon, and when I first got there were 4 fucking kids. So I had my reserved seat, and then there were 2 seats over, and then 4 fucking like kids were there, and then I guess their parent was like 3 seats away from me. So I just went down a few rows. Because it was not a packed theater. There's probably like 4 or 5. There were like 11 people in this giant theater. But I went at 12:30, like first showing of the day pretty much. But I do that intentionally. I love going to the movie theater. It's a hallowed ground for me. But it's not necessarily the audience experience that I love. I know a lot of people say the audience experience, but not necessarily what I'm after. Yeah, Mike, you got to put together a mystery box for Manny. Manny said he wanted one made by you, so he sent me the money. So, put together a mystery box for Manny, Mike. If anybody wants a mystery box, by the way, they are available. $30, including shipping. Email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com if you're interested. Only 10 available. They'll be gone, so jump on it. We got Verno in the house. What is up, blood splatter chatter? Good point, Rob. It just has to be good. Thank you. Yeah. OUG says, wait, Robbie, you loved Birds of Prey? Did we just become best friends? Carrie, we've been best friends. What are you talking about, yo? Like, what are you talking about? We've been best friends. But yeah, I fucking loved Birds of Prey. And I had zero expectation on that movie when I went and saw it, and I fucking loved it. Did they fuck up Cassandra Cain completely? Yes. Am I happy about it? No. But everything else in that movie fucking rocks. Flash dropped 71%. Oh, it only opened up 55 mil domestically. That's rough. DC's got a rough couple years, y'all. They do. Have you guys seen the Darth Vader black and white red issue 4 Daniel variant? Yes. Daniel Warren Johnson? Yeah, I saw it today. It looked fucking awesome. Taki says, I love the audience experience when seeing a scary movie. It depends on the scary movie, right? Yeah, it depends on it. Yeah, I got you. There was a bigger crowd when I saw Scream 5 and Scream 6, and that was fun. One of my favorite things about seeing the original Scream in the movie theaters was the audience experience. But nowadays, I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit just like, I'm cool. Like, I was really nervous when I walked into the Flash and I saw that there were 4 kids next to me. That's why I went down a couple rows. But they were cool for the most part. They were laughing every time the word shit and dick got mentioned, though, which happens very often. It's really tight. You know what it's really tight around? My dick. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, John, a whole shoe, I was going to be like, hey, bro, you want to see Flash with me today? But I knew like 12:30 on Sunday is when you're waking up. So I didn't even ask. Didn't even ask. All right. DC has comics this week. Believe it or not, I've read them. It's time for your DC sneak peek. All right, first up, City Boy, issue number 2. I wasn't sold on issue number 1. I thought issue number 1 was very clunky in its pacing and its structure. It was kind of all over the place, didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Issue 2 ironed a lot of that out, actually. Ironed a lot of it out. It was an enjoyable experience. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was an easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl kind of read, and I actually enjoyed it. So I almost didn't pick this up. And I was even talking to my homie at the shop, and I was like, oh, City Boy number 2. I guess I got to read this one. He's like, you don't have to. I was like, yeah, but I can't just stop reading after issue 1. I got to let it go for at least 2 issues. At least 2. Right? And City Boy number 2 has won itself another month of entertainment. Then we got Batman the Brave and the Bold, issue number 2. Superman story. It's got some good artwork, but the story's kind of boring to me. The Stormwatch story to me, even though it's done by Ed Brisson, who's been doing a fantastic job on Batman Incorporated, is just not working for me. It's just kind of dull, boring, and I don't seem to care about any of the events happening or any of the characters, and I am a Stormwatch fan. Okay? In particular, the Warren Ellis Stormwatch stuff. So having Winter in here in Jackson, like, that should be cool, but it just doesn't quite work for me. The backup story, which is the black and white story by Joelle Jones, it's got some good artwork, but it's not a good short comic book story because you got to know how to like get a lot done in a few pages and have an impact, and it just doesn't do that. But the main story in this book by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits, which is a retelling of the first appearance of the Joker during Batman Year 1 stuff, a retelling of Batman number 1. And yeah, Joe Corallo said it, like, yo, like, we're retelling this fucking story again? I don't give a shit. Mitch Gerrits makes the Joker creepy as hell. Tom King's actually not repeating himself too much. And I'm just going to show y'all something. The Joker is so freaking scary in this book. Look at that. That Mitch Gerrits artwork is absolutely fantastic. I love the pacing. Is it worth $8 for that one story? No. But that one story really freaking works for me. Then we got Action Comics here with issue 1056 wrapping up in a nice bow. And this is something I appreciate about what Action Comics is doing. So many of these DC books are about to be interrupted by night terrors for the next 2 months. And there are cliffhangers that we're being left on that we're not going to get back to till fucking September. That's obnoxious. But at least with Action Comics, Philip Kennedy Johnson ended his arc solidly, soundly, and set up stuff to come. So this was a really solid foundation, or a solid finale, which set a foundation for where this series is going to go. Rafa Sandoval's artwork is big, boisterous, explosive. The Cyborg Superman stuff, the Eradicator, all the bits, they work together. The Metallo stuff, it all comes to fruition. Y'all, we're living in a world where Action Comics and Superman are good. When that happens, we're in good times. I can't think of a time when Action and Superman were as good since Rebirth, which is 7 years ago. So think about that. Then we got Green Arrow with issue number 3. Joshua Williamson's doing a really solid Green Arrow book because what it is it has bigger DCU ramifications, right? And this is like kind of a follow-up to some of the stuff from Dark Crisis, if you will. I mean, it's written by Josh Williamson, but it's very much a heartfelt tribute to Green Arrow and the Arrow family. So it's got that sense of legacy, that sense of hope, but it's also got this connection to something bigger. And for such a small street-level book, to build up the idea of the legacy and the family and the ultimate larger scope of this, I think, is really brilliant. And then Detective Comics 1073. Man, Rom V can do no wrong on Detective Comics. This is awesome. It's all been building up to this for now. You know what I'm saying? This is a big cumulative issue of this giant, tragic, romantic, bombastic, operatic Batman story that Rom V is telling. He's not telling a story that's never been told before, but he's telling it in a way that is very appropriate to this character, to this title, and to the artists. So we got 2 artists on this book. The first artist is Goran Sudzuka, who has a very clean style that is very different than Ivan Reis's style with Danny Mickey that's being used. But the way the story is structured makes it work. Rom V's Detective Comics right now is honestly, in my opinion, better than Chip Zdarsky's Batman. Both are good. We are living in a world where we have a solid Batman book, a great Detective Comics book, a solid Action Comics book, and a great Superman book. DC is in good hands. Also, one of their best books is fucking Doom Patrol. So that means DC's in really good hands right now. Anyway, that's what I thought about the DC books coming out this week that I read. That has been your DC Sneak Peek. All right, y'all, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, it's time for the HeroesCon experience. But don't forget, we're welcoming Super Chats and PayPal donations. PayPal address is pinned at the top of the live chat. You can send us something. Anything $10 or more will receive a song and a tequila shot. And I'm ready for another tequila shot. So, we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. When we get back, let's talk about HeroesCon.
pop culture philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pop Culture Philosophers. In particular, welcome to Rockin Robbie Live, a special edition where we're about to be talking about my experience at HeroesCon 2023, what happened to me, who I met, the whole vibe of the weekend, and the haul that I picked up. That's what we're about to be getting into. But we've already had a great time tonight. We talked a little bit about the Flash movie. We did the DC sneak peek. We talked about other things. But this show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, your concerns. What do you want to chat about? Get it in right now. You can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie. You can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com, and you can save yourself money at BlackBox Comics when you enter code PCP10, and you can save yourself money at Dynamic Forces when you enter code Robbie. You can also help support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, or with a super chat, or with donating directly to me at PayPal. The PayPal address is pinned at the top of the chat, and any donation and or super chat, $10 or more tonight, will be accompanied by a song and a shot of tequila. And I want a shot of tequila. And I want to sing I'm Feeling Loose. But anyway, all the support we need is you being here, participating in the conversation, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that and more. PCP mystery boxes are now available. We only have 10 available for this week. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. They are $30. They will include comics, trading cards, original art from yours truly, and other surprises. $30, including shipping. Email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night, we wrap up Crew's Choice 2023 with Jolly Joe Corallo's pick, Gandahar. 1987 French animated film. Brilliant film. Very excited to chat about this one. You can find it on YouTube. Plenty of people have it there. You can even get it with English subtitles. Just turn on the captions. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. What are the best comics of June 23? Well, me and a panel of comic book experts and reviewers are going to be talking about that subject. It's the best comics of the month stream. That will be Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then Saturday on Dylan's Horror Show, join them as they talk about Jaws at 7:30 p.m.-ish time. 7:30 p.m.-ish time. So that's what we got. All right, let's take a look at where we were. Left off on the chat. Was City Boy in Ron V. Swamp Thing the guy in Detroit who first faced the Parliament of Gears? I thought that was Jack Hawksmoor. Right? That was Jack Hawksmoor. City Boy's kind of like a version of that, if that makes sense. Hey, Actual Dracula's in the house. Station! How you doing, Actual Dracula? Good to see you. Talking about Batman Brave and the Bold, OUG says, there are elements to the Tom King story that are new and fresh to the point where in pairing it with the old story, the stuff is really good. I agree. Fuck Joe Corallo. I'm just kidding. I need to... How far? We're an hour and 6 minutes into the stream. I got to find that clip and make a GIF out of it. Fuck Joe Corallo. So I can just use it whenever I need to. Hey, Mark McGrath is in the house. Every morning there's a heartache hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. How you doing, Mark? Green Arrow has been pretty great. Yeah, I've been really liking it. You're going to like this one. If you've liked the previous two, you're going to like this one. What's up, Dynamite? Mark says, I want to like Detective more, but it is so slow. Also, it is telling a familiar story again. I get that, but there's something about the structure of it that I find very fascinating. The operatic, giant, tragic, explosive nature of it that I really, really like too. Of course, I'm just a mark for Rom V. I would totally be cool if Sasha came back as Supergirl for Woman of Tomorrow. I would be 100% down for that. As much as I would like a cute blonde in a skirt, I would love if Sasha came back, because Sasha was bad fucking ass as Supergirl, y'all. It was great. My favorite cinematic Supergirl. Has anyone checked out the cover for Iron Man number 10 yet? There are some interesting guests to Starks and Frost's wedding. Yeah, Miss Marvel's one of them. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, she looks like the Wasp, very small. She's on somebody very tall, though. Steph, what is up, my man? What's up, Billy? How are you doing? Y'all are just in time. We're about to start. Joe Corallo, can't wait. Joe, were you here for the whole fuck Joe Corallo bit? I hope so. I just hope you have some context when you start seeing the gifs of me saying fuck Joe Corallo. and Joe, I liked The Flash. I liked it. We can have a whole fucking conversation about that if you want, Joe, personally. I'll send you my fucking real number. You know, me and Joe just usually contact each other through socials. I'll give you my actual number. You can call me. We can have a conversation about The Flash if you want. And we got a super chat from Dynamite. You know what that means. It's time for another shot and another song. Here's to you, Dynamite. Thank you so much for the support.
Sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with the fire starter named Fliz. Exoplasmic mess named Johan. PPRD.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dynamite. That was for you. And by the way, from now on, if you send a $10 or more super chat to to have me take a shot, and Dynamite, your shot's coming up, and sing a song. Like, if you have a request, pop it in. And if you don't have a request, I'll tell you this. The next $10 or more super chat, I'm taking a shot, and I'm doing the Silverhawks theme. Silverhawks. Can we get Robert Kirkman on that shit? Who would be great to do a Silverhawks comic? Well, aside from Daniel Warren Johnson, because that would be fucking awesome, actually. Silverhawks. Jesus says, who should write it? Who should write Silverhawks? What do y'all think? Fuck, let me write it with Juan Ferreira. I'd do it. I just want to do a book with Juan Ferreira. That's what I want. OUG says, best comic show. Remember to nominate Robbie's show for CBA. Yes. The CBC awards are here. CBCawards.org. Just threw it into the chat. Go there. Nominate us. In particular, I want to be nominated for best comic review because we got to defend that title. Okay? So that's important. But best collaboration, best comics of the month. That would be awesome because it's not just about me. It's about all the people that I have on the show, like Manny, Brian, Nick, Carrie, Joe, Greg. Some great minds about comics that all deserve some love from the Comic Book Community Awards. I would also like to be nominated for Channel of the Year, Favorite Channel, Lifetime Achievement, but more importantly, Best Hair. Took the hat off this year for y'all, okay? And y'all saw the glory behind it. I just want to be nominated. I don't want to win or expect to win. But if I did win, I would cherish that award like no other. What's up, Chocos26? How you doing? Shut the door, baby. Don't say a word. You know it. Detective Comics 1073 cover is beautiful. I want the Virgin variant. Yes, it's gorgeous. Billy says, like The Flash, thought it was awesome. Well, it's one of those times we agree, Billy. We agree about the importance of deadlifts and that The Flash is a pretty solid movie. Joe says, we can. I've seen bigger bombs opening weekend, like The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Yeah, it is shocking to me that it's doing so poorly, but I think it mostly, I personally think that it has more to do with the track record of the DCEU than Ezra or the reboot or anything like that. All right, Dynamite, here's your shot. Oh, I already poured it. Dun, 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 dun. Dynamite, this is to you. Next super chat, $10 or more, gets another shot and the Silverhawks theme. Nice. Steph says, Pluto Nash, the early 2000s were wild. One more shot, maybe we'll get an epic Marvel rant. You never know, Nova 69. Ooh, Sean Murphy, Joe, on fucking Silverhawks. I'd buy that like a motherfucker, man. Who colors him? Is it Hollingsworth? Who colors Sean? You got to get the right colorist on a Silverhawks book. That's why I was thinking like Jesus Saez, because I think that sheen would work very well with his work. Lemire and Sorrentino on Silverhawks, bro? That would be so fucking crazy, Taki. I don't know if I can handle that. Silverhawks is the shit. Could you imagine, though, Joe, Sean drawing like the Bluegrass's ship and shit? Like, that would be so fucking badass. His fucking Monstar would be fucking great. Oh my God. Joe, I know you know Sean. Can you holler at him and be like, you need to do like at least a print of the Silverhawks? Oh, Liam Sharp on Silverhawks. That would be interesting. That'd be very interesting. Hollingsworth. I thought it was Hollingsworth. I don't know if Hollingsworth's the guy I'd want to color Silverhawks. Hollingsworth's brilliant, though. And I'm sure he would understand the gig. Oh, thank you, Taki. Yeah, you need me and Juan on Blade. We got a cool team coming up on Blade, though. We'll see. It's the writer outside of me that I picked. Because if y'all remember, years ago, I said Brian Edward Hill and Juan Ferreira on Blade. Well, we got Brian, and Juan told me that Blade was offered to him, but he had to dip out. Fuck. Someone at Marvel's listening. Someone at Marvel is listening, goddammit. And that's awesome. Whoever you are, keep listening. Keep listening, because you're going to get nothing but authentic truth from this channel. Hey, what's up, Lost in Comics? Is this Chris? How you doing, sweetie? A Sean Murphy Zorro would almost be like a prequel to the Batman White Knight, right? Yeah, I know you love that thumbnail. We're about to get into the whole experience. We've just been drinking. Just like I can. All right, if Joe is going to write Sean Murphy's fucking Silverhawks, I need you to at least talk to me first, Joe. I don't, because Joe, I mean, Joe, you may be the biggest Silverhawks fan that I didn't even know about, and that's fine. Bruh, I am the biggest fucking Silverhawks fan that you personally know, Joe Corallo. So, like, if you wind up getting this gig, you better call me, man. That's all I'm saying, brother. What's up, Anong? How are you doing? Oh, I'm missing y'all too. I can't wait till I'm in Texas again so I can see you guys. Can't wait till HeroesCon. I have a feeling that Chris and David are going to be at HeroesCon every fucking year now. Glad you listened to me. Dynamite says, question, with the Vanish Volume 1 ending soon, have you heard any news on where Cates might end up next? Nah, it's all still up in the air about Cates, to be honest with you. There's rumors that he's working on a big Marvel event with Greg Capullo, and maybe he is, but I've speculated, I've pondered, and now I know a little bit more, actually. And let's just say that Donnie's taking a much-needed break. Think Gods of Egypt for a Silverhawks film. Ooh, with the way it looks. I really want to do the Silverhawks theme. So next Super Chat, $10 or more, we get another shot of tequila, and I'm going to sing the fucking Silverhawks song. Just saying. Yeah, everybody send good vibes out to Donnie Cates' way. Yeah, let's send some good vibes out to Cates. Let's do that, y'all. In fact, let's take a moment to pause for station identification to send a mighty, hearty station and good thoughts, positive vibes to Donnie Cates. All right, y'all. Let's talk about HeroesCon. I want to take another shot, but I'm going to hold off because I know there's a super chat coming. Because I feel like I'm going to sing Silverhawks tonight. Okay? All right, but let's get into it. HeroesCon. HeroesCon is just the best. And as I started getting into this bit, Spilio's there. Just to let you know, I voted for my beautiful friend. Love you so much, John. You're the best. This one's for you, man. This one's for you.
Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Filio. He was sent to the Florida Everglades some long, long time ago. And by long time I mean just a few years. You see, he's not ancient by far, but he is as dreamy and as mesmerizing in his eyes as the one Jafar. Does anybody remember the return of Jafar? It was a direct-to-video Disney sequel to Aladdin. Does anybody remember the time that we watched Aladdin all together and had fun? It's happening. John, thank you so much. I love you, my friend. My brother. You know, not trying to break kayfabe, but Spilio's a dear friend to me, and I love this motherfucker so much. Him and Brittany, his wife. John and Brittany are two of the most beautiful people I have ever fucking met. So this bud's for you. John and Brittany. Station. That's pretty good. Tally Hawk! I told y'all. Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks, soaring through the highway of the heavens in their flight. Silver hawks, a rainbow in the night. Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Everybody! Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks. Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks, soaring through the highway of the heavens in their flight. Silver hawks, a rainbow in the night. Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks. What do y'all know about the fucking Silver Hawks? Anyway. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nong says, can I ask a quick question, sir? Are you talking about music or talking with the viewer? Both. Loss says, I feel bad for Case. Life can hit you at any moment. That's true. That's why we all need to support each other in this industry, in this community. That's what we're here for. Deep Cuts, Return of Jafar. Thank you so much.
Anong says, not gonna lie, sir, your voice is pretty good. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. The alcohol has really smoothed out your vocal cords over the years. Okay, well, thank you. Spilio says, aw, thanks, buddy. We are just as beautiful as Steph is. Steph is fucking... Steph, I know you're here. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Steph's fucking hot. All right? I'm just going to say, Steph's pretty hot. Every time I'm on a stream with Steph, there's a part of me that's like... Oh, alcohol's kicking in for sure. Evil Face Bad is great. How many super chats have I had? I don't fucking know. I think 2 from Spilio, 1 from Larry, 1 from Dynamite. It might just be 4. Might just be 4. We're taking donations on PayPal too. Let me check that. No PayPal donations. Okay, it's fine. It's all right. I'm gonna take that personal anyway. Moving on. Yeah, but I've been having fun, Lars. And by the way, any super chat, $10 or more, you get a song. You can choose it now. I've done Silverhawks. You can request a song. I'll do it. And I'll take a shot of tequila. I've had some tequila tonight. So before we get too far into it, let's just goddamn... Then the one I did free of charge. Yeah, you're right, OUG. I did one free of charge. I feel like doing another one, but I'll wait. All right, let's talk about HeroesCon. HeroesCon is the best con. MegaCon was great because I got to meet Spilio and Brittany and Nestor and Kevin, Phase 1 Comics, and many other people. Bueller was there. It was great. It was beautiful. But HeroesCon's where you go to really feel like a part of the industry. Because when I go to HeroesCon, I get recognized by fans and creators. I get to hang out with fans and creators. And like during the con and after the con. And HeroesCon is the con that really makes me feel like a part of the industry. And MegaCon this year made me feel like a rock star. But HeroesCon makes me feel like a part of the industry. Well, HeroesCon this year made me feel like a part of the industry and a fucking rock star. So let's get into it. So that's me and Brian on the way to HeroesCon. That's Thursday last week. We stopped and got breakfast. I had a fried bologna and egg and cheese sandwich. And he had a gnarly breakfast sandwich, but also he was like, it's important to get some fruit. So when we took our first selfie of the HeroesCon experience, we had to get Brian's bowl of fruit in there. So there's Brian eating some fruit and on our way to HeroesCon. This is us stopping for lunch at Waffle House. I was a little hungover during this drive, to be honest with y'all. And I woke up, we got ready, we went. I actually woke up too early because Brian was actually an hour and a half late picking me up to go to Robbie's house. So that's, by the way, that's me and Brian. On the other side, that's Robbie Bateman. That's Robbie from Earth 2, and that's his son, Colson. And both of them are two of my favorite people. But that's us at Waffle House eating our lunch for Thursday. I had a patty melt with some hash browns scattered, covered, smothered, and peppered. So we get to Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where HeroesCon is. And we have rented out this Airbnb that is part of this really ritzy apartment complex. We have floor-to-ceiling windows in the living room. Now, I slept in the living room. There were 2 bedrooms. Brian had one. Robbie and his son had the other. I was very content to sleep on the couch because it was a giant, comfortable couch. And these floor-to-ceiling windows, which were amazing. Look at those windows. So we're on the outskirts of downtown. Or should I say, if you look one way outside of our apartment, if you look, let's say, south, you see the outskirts. But if you look north, that's downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's Robbie Bateman right there. He's trying to perfect his old-fashioned recipe. So this is when we got there. We checked out the hotel. It was, or not the hotel, the Airbnb apartment building. It was great. And we shared an old-fashioned. Now, one thing I want to say is this. This is a very ritzy, expensive apartment complex. Everybody that lives there is the sexiest person I've ever fucking seen. We're in the elevator. All these guys are coming on. All these women are coming on. All these guys and dolls are coming on. They are all the most beautiful people I've ever fucking seen. It is blowing my mind how beautiful everybody in this apartment complex is. But I guess it's because it's rich. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But it's also super swank. First night, Thursday night, we go out to dinner. Same place we went to dinner last year. It's a place in Charlotte, downtown Charlotte, called Red Ginger. It's a sushi Japanese steakhouse. We fucking love it. We're going to be there every Thursday night, every year, 100%. And the main reason for me is they have this white peach sake. And this has become a tradition now at HeroesCon. I get a bottle, and I fucking drink the entire bottle, and then Robbie Bateman buys me a second bottle. And it's always a really great time. And you can't really see it, but beyond the bottle is a table that had John Bivens and fucking, what's his name from Luther Strode? Justin, fuck's his name? He just did Harrower. I can't remember his name, but the guy who did The Strange Talent of Luther Strode, not Trad Moore, but the writer, they were there hanging out, and I should have said something, but we didn't. All right, so then that night, we go back to the apartment complex. There is a rooftop bar there. It's only open up certain days of the week, and it happens to be open this Thursday that we're there, but it's not open Friday or Saturday. It's open up the next week. It's like every other weekend and every other Thursday alternating or something. So we went to the rooftop bar, once again, filled with fucking beautiful fucking people. Like the sexiest, most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. And me and Brian and Robbie are chilling, having drinks, chilling out at the rooftop bar, changing colors, just having so much fun. Beautiful view of Charlotte, North Carolina behind us. Oh my God. It was absolutely gorgeous. So here's some more pictures from that night. At this point, both Robbies are pretty fucking lit. If you can't tell, both Robbies are pretty fucking lit. Now, if you ask people, like, people that take selfies with me, I always go, let's do one where we look hardcore. Let's do one where we look silly. That's the silly one. That's the hardcore one, but I love the animation there. But what a fucking view, y'all. What a cool experience. That's the view from my bed, which was the couch. I got to go to sleep to this every single night. It was beautiful. This was a picture I sent to my friend Jamie on that Thursday night. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, then we go to the con on Friday. First person I went and met was Nick Cagnetti. He's going to be on the show July 5th, 7 p.m. Central Time, the day that the Pink Lemonade trade paperback releases. It was really cool meeting Nick, talking to him about his work, talking to him about what's coming up. Nick Cagnetti, y'all. What a super cool dude. And I absolutely loved him. Also notice, I'm fucking slaying HeroesCon. I got my fucking red shirt on. I got my Return of the Living Dead. In fact, when I saw Liana Kangas that day, she looked at me, and as Average Comics Joe pointed out, I've lost some weight. I've lost 30 pounds. So when I go and meet Liana Kangas for the first time that morning, she goes, Robbie, you're looking great. I love your outfit. I love your haircut. You're looking good. What is this shirt? Oh my God. You look great. And Liana looked really awesome that first day. My selfie with her is from the second day, which is great. But Liana, if you're watching, you were smoking on that first day. It's absolutely smoking. But not to detract from Nick Cagnetti, who also looked smoking. It was really cool meeting Nick. That was great. All right, there is me meeting Chris and David from Lost in Comics, y'all. We went and we met John Lees and Alex Cormack and Ryan Lee, and I didn't get a picture with Ryan Lee, unfortunately. I should have. I really should have. But there is me and Chris and David from Lost in Comics. That was super fun. And we're at the booth. You see the Ryan Lee little bit right there. It's great. There's me and Jonathan Hedrick. I fucking love Jonathan Hedrick. Dream Master is an absolutely fantastic book. The Recount is an absolutely fantastic book. He's the reason why I got into MegaCon. MegaCon refused my press badge, my press credentials, and Jonathan got me in. HeroesCon has always approved my press credentials and allows me to go to HeroesCon for free because they know the worth that we have in this industry as PCP and the army that we are. Oh, Pouch is in the house station. Great hanging out with you too, brother. Dude, some great memories, man. We haven't even gotten to the best of them. But Jonathan Hedrick, I had to go say what's up. He was wearing a Pride shirt. Everyone belongs. Everyone's welcome. Him and his wife, Francesco, I think is her name. They're great. I really need to like talk to his wife because his wife is like, I love her art. She did Steak. But Jonathan Hedrick, y'all need to buy anything with this dude's name on it. Trust me. This dude is awesome. He is good fucking people. That's me and Michelle Fife. So I bought my Copra issue or volume 1 last year, got him to sign it. He did a little remark. I met him this year. I bought some stuff from him. I got him to sign some stuff. We'll be showing that off. But one thing I want to point out about this picture is when he took the picture with Brian, they're both like smiling. And so I said, well, in my picture, I want us to look hard as fuck, right? Like I said, sometimes I do that. I'm like, let's look hard in this photo. And he was trying and he started losing it as the photo was taking. So this photo is Michelle Fife breaking character from hard into laughing. And I absolutely love this. But he's a super cool dude, very talented, very excited. So that's awesome. There's me and John Lees. This is one of my favorite photos from the entire weekend. We were taking photos, me and John Lees. I decided at this point, I was like, I'm going to do a lot of just selfies. And this is something I learned from Bueller. When I was in MegaCon, Bueller was taking selfies with people. I was like, you know what? I always get people to take photos with us. It's always awkward. I want to take off my bag. We got to get somebody to take the photo. I was like, let me just do like selfies this year. And so we had a good photo, me and him, and we were both smiling, but John was kind of a little fuzzy because he moved as the photo was taken. But then we took a second photo, and this was what he did, where he's just staring at me fucking awkwardly, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And it completely encapsulates who John is as a person. John Lees, he's been on this show multiple times. We owe him a jacket. We got to get his size. We got to send him a green jacket or something, right? John is just as funny and as authentic and as real on the show as he is in real life. And it's absolutely amazing, y'all. John's a great dude. So then after day 1, we go and eat at Buffalo Wild Wings. This has become a HeroesCon tradition because it's right next to the con center near our apartment building. And yeah, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings where, whatever, they got drink specials. They didn't have Jose Silver, so they had Jose Gold. I would have rather have gone to Twin Peaks, but there wasn't a Twin Peaks in Charlotte. There was one in the town next to us, but no one wanted to make the drive. So there's me vibing. 1 shot and 2 beers and maybe 2 edibles at this point into fucking HeroesCon, watching some ESPN. Robbie Bateman's right there. A little late to the party, but I have made it. Great time at HeroesCon. You haven't been, you have to go. Speaking of which, Robbie, I'm glad you're here. Who is this artist's name? His name, I believe, is Alessandro. If you can please let me know his name, Robbie. So, Robbie Bateman, my buddy, hooked up with this artist, got some commissions done from him, but then we went to the drink and draw. So this is the drink and draw where we're at the Westin Hotel. It's popular. It's famous. It's not as big as the auction that happens on Saturday night. And Saturday night at HeroesCon is bigger than Friday night. And I feel bad because I keep telling Chris and David, you got to meet us at the Westin. But we're out there eating dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings, knowing that the Westin is not going to pop off until later, right? We know that the Westin is not going to pop off until later. And last year, the same shit happened. There were a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of friends that showed up. And I was like, come to the West. And they showed up at the West and they're like, we didn't see anybody we knew. We dipped out. As we are going to the Westin, Chris and David and their crew are walking away. And we're like, yo, what's up? I was like, bro, I just ate an edible. We're about to go drink. We just got back from Buffalo Wild Wings. They're like, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. There was nobody up there that we knew. Well, as soon as we got up there, John Lee shows up, Alex Cormack shows up, Ryan Lee shows up. Like, we're having this great fucking time. Other artists are there, but Saturday night is the big BarCon night, right? But we're at the auction, we're meeting people, we're doing all this, and I feel bad because Chris and David and company missed out on the Friday night. But it's fine. Y'all did y'all's own thing. Y'all went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I hope y'all had as shitty of service as we had. Buffalo Wild Wings, by the way, has the shittiest fucking service. And in fact, this picture's mostly taken because we're just fucking waiting for shit. Anyway, at this point, obviously, I'd eaten my food. There's 2 beers down. But anyway. John, do you know this? Alessandro Maselli. Okay. This dude's art is absolutely fantastic. That's a World War Hulk or a Planet Hulk commission that he did for the Drink and Draw and sold immediately to Robbie Bateman. So he was a super cool fucking dude. So y'all need to check out the work of Alessandro Maselli because he is awesome. Lots of bright spots in his future. But there we are. By the way, isn't Brian's shirt nice? All right. There we are at the Westin lobby, the bar, where everybody hangs out. So there's me and Robbie and Colson popping up behind me. There's Kevin Stokes, my buddy, comic book artist, professional he is. But I want you to notice Brian. Brian is so fucking funny. Look at Brian in these pictures, from this one to this one. He is cracking me the fuck up. That's John Bivens right behind Brian, by the way. Yeah, that's John Bivens. Some other comic book creators just talking. Because we get to wine and dine with comic book creators. But man, look at Brian in these photos. He's cracking me the fuck up. That's the fun one. That's the hard one. You guys see what I do, right? Hey, let's be fun. Here's the photo. Now let's get hard. All right, there's me meeting one of the best things about cons is meeting people that watch the channel. I may not remember all of these names correctly. Forgive me if I get your name wrong. This is Alex, I believe. He was running a booth with a friend with some really great Silver Age stuff, and I brought Robbie Bateman over there because I was like, yo, Robbie wanted to start working on his Avengers 1 through 100 collection, and Alex really hooked him up. So thank you, Alex. There's me and my buddy Kevin. We're working on a book together, so it was nice to see him. Y'all, look at that haircut. Look at my outfit. I'm slaying. It's great. So there's me and Brian at the Drink and Draw with Austin, I believe is his name. Austin was a super cool dude. He did offer to smoke me out, but it did get a little weird when he was like, yeah, it's not legal here, but I can take you to an alley. We can smoke weed. Me and Brian were like, yo, that's the wrong word to use. Don't say alley. So Austin, if you're watching, just next time be like, let's just smoke weed. Don't mention the alley. Anyway, there's my buddy Paul Edwards. Paul is a longtime customer and friend of mine. He always volunteers at HeroesCon. It's always a treat to see him. So there he is. There's Austin again, me and Austin. And by the way, when I had to introduce Austin to Brian, and he told Brian, I agree with everything you say on that channel. So Brian got really full of himself during that. But Austin, thank you so much for the hospitality. There's me and Chris and David from Lost in Comics. Very epic pose. That's from that day at the con. Man, look at my outfit, y'all. I'm slaying it. All right, that same day, I don't want to get your name wrong, homie, because I met you last year. You're a big fan of the channel. Terry, I believe. It's always a pleasure to meet you, bruh. Absolutely. There is Comic Vet. He was one of the first people that came up to me and recognized me on Friday morning. He was like, Robbie, one of the reasons why I do what I do is because of you. Now, Comics by the Bay, and I think it was Roscoe or somebody else, they had met me, got a photo. I tried to download it, but I couldn't get it downloaded in the right file for some reason, but met a lot of cool people. There we are at the con. There's the fucking weird Brian bit again. All right, so some creators. There's me and Jesse Lonergan. Jesse Lonergan did Hedra, did I think Parallel, but I picked up this book called Faster from him, which was the second print, which is a different color technique, but he was a super cool dude, and we were hanging out with him at the bar on the next couple nights, and he is really fucking cool. So anything that Jesse Lonergan does, I'll be there for. So there's me and a fan of the show, Matt. I believe his name is Matt. He was awesome. He bought all of our drinks. Me, Robbie, and Brian. He bought all of our drinks at the bar on Friday night. But that's me and him meeting Trad Moore. Trad Moore was the coolest fucking dude. And most of the time I got to spend talking to Trad Moore was about how awesome he was, how awesome he appreciated me saying how awesome he was, but then us bitching together about Marvel's fucking just whole entire policy about not keeping their treasuries in print. Most notably, Silver Surfer Black. Where the fuck is it, Marvel? Put that out in Treasury Edition. We will buy that. Trad Moore is a doll. He is handsome. He has beautiful hair. And on Saturday night, it was Saturday night, I looked behind me when I was in line at the bar, and I saw a very beautiful man, and I started hitting on said beautiful man, and I started telling him how beautiful he was and how awesome he was, and I realized the person right next to him was Trad fucking Moore. And then I got all fucking sidetracked by talking to Trad some more, but Trad's awesome. Matt is awesome. There's more awesomeness from Matt. The next day, you can tell because I'm wearing a different shirt. I'm rocking the Return of the Living Dead and the red overshirt with the purple and black vertical stripe shirt over Night of the Demon. So I'm representing Linnea Quigley the entire time. But there is me with Jim Rugg. I met him on Thursday again, and then I went there or on Friday, and then I went there again on Saturday, and on Saturdays when I took the selfie. But Jim Rugg was awesome. I picked up his newest comic, True Crime Funnies. He sold me them at cost so I could have some for my shop. He gave me some signed book plates for Hulk Grand Design for my shop. We'll show all this off later. But there is nothing better in this world, in this industry, than talking comic books with Jim fucking Rugg, y'all. It is absolutely amazing. But you can't meet Jim without his partner, Ed Piscor. Last year, Ed Piscor I was so nerve-wracked to meet him, and every interaction I had with him felt like I was just coming across very needy or like very shaky. But this year, I was super cool, calm, collected, and comfortable with Ed Piscor, and I got to dive a little bit more into just talking to him, mentioning things like I mentioned to him that I got my Youngblood Strike File #1 signed by Jay Lee, and he looked at me, he's like, did he cringe when he did it? And I was like, yes, he did, brother. And we were talking about it. We were talking about his career, talking about his artwork. We talked about Ed Piscor's upcoming project that he's doing, the daily strip. And Ed and Jim, like, obviously I'm a fan of their YouTube channel, and I'm a fan of their comic book work, but they're just two really fucking solid dudes, y'all. And I would really like to get them on the channel just to chat. So if you're a kayfabe fan, and if you're a PCP fan, let them know. Y'all, you've met Rockin Robbie a couple of times, several times. Let's get this put together. There's me and Liana Kangas, one of my favorite people in this industry. She is just such a bright, shining spot of energy in this entire industry. She is amazing. I love her so much, and I'm excited to see her again in Memphis, and she is a definite friend of the show. More so than that, she is a friend to me. Liana is one of my homies. I absolutely adore Liana. All right, there's me and Charles Forsman and Brian, and I want y'all to notice something. We were goofing on Brian this entire time because Brian kept being as far away from people as he could in photos, and I would get close and like, look here. I'm close in with Charles Forsman. Charles Forsman has his arms around me and Brian, but Brian is still like away. But Michelle Fife is photobombing us. And if you notice, he picks the smallest spot between me and Charles, and it's great. But I met Charles because Two Gun Pedro had sent me his book, Psycho, or my bad, Slasher. And I told him that. I was like, my buddy Two Guns sent me your book Slasher. I loved it. I could not find that book, Pedro, to get signed, but I got some other stuff from Charles Forsman. So I thought you would appreciate this. And this is one of my favorite photos because it's me and Brian with the creator, and then Michelle Fife is photobombing us, and there's fucking Don Simpson behind Brian, by the way. There's me and Alex Cormack, the artist of Sync, the artist of Crimson Cage, the artist of Road of Bones, Sea of Sorrows, Breath of Shadows, and the upcoming book with David Pepose, The Devil Wears My Face, I believe. Alex was great. Meeting Alex in person, he's been on the show. We chatted, but like Alex was fucking awesome. John was awesome. Alex was awesome. Ryan was awesome. Y'all need to check out his work. And he was talking to us about what's coming up. And he was like, I got a Mad Cave book with David Pepose. And it just got announced. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm getting inside information. It's great. There's me and Noah Van Sciver. Yeah, he's Ethan Van Sciver's brother, but he's not like Ethan. Noah Van Sciver, if you're not familiar, is a very cool, independent, underground comic book cartoonist that I absolutely love his work. So I'll show you some stuff coming up. But I almost felt like I was taking a photo with Moby, and Noah was absolutely a treat. I met him for the first time last year, but this year was a really cool conversation we had about Joseph Smith and that book and what he's got coming up, and a really cool cat. Now there's me and this dude named, I may be wrong, but I think it's Mandy Keene or Mandy Keene. This dude does a book called Steel Streets. He was right next to Jim Rugg. In fact, if I go back to this Jim Rugg photo, you see that Maudie Keene is right next to Jim Rugg. And I kept looking at that artwork, and I was like, man, I got to check this dude's work out. So I wound up over there. And I even saw my buddy Nick Comic Culture spotlight his work that very weekend. So me and Brian met him. I took a photo with him, and I bought every single issue of Steel Streets. We'll be showing that off later. By the way, this dude, super fucking cool. When I met this dude, I was like, yeah, I really like the look of your work. He goes, yeah, my whole aesthetic is like Eastman Laird, Turtles, 80s, underground, indie, like screen tone, duo shade, texture, grit. I'm like, bruh, I'll buy every single issue that you have right now. It was great. Day 2, met some YouTubers. There's Steve Whitling right there. There's Tylox. There's Hylia. I cannot remember the other dude's name. I feel so bad. Fuck. But meeting these dudes was awesome. I just randomly ran into them. There is us at the bar that night. That's Jeffrey Love Allen. Jeffrey Love Allen with me, Chris, and David, and cannot remember the dude's name. If y'all are still here from Lost in Comics, David or Chris, let me know. But we were all hanging out. They finally showed up on Saturday night, and I'm glad they did because we had a grand old time. Saturday night at HeroesCon is the best. Absolutely the best. But that's Jeffrey Love Allen, a fantastic fucking artist. It was really cool hanging out with him. And Brian was actually walking back to the apartment to get the key for me when I met him. And Brian's the one that got me introduced to his work that weekend. So Brian missed out on the selfie. There's me and Demetrios from BlackBox Comics. Super cool meeting him. He gave me one of those Dream Master shirts. It's actually in the wash right now, or I'd show it up. But it was really cool meeting him, and I appreciate all the support. There's me, and y'all ready for this? That's Trade Paper Dad. Trade Paper Dad, who we see in the chat all the time, randomly found me. We took a selfie together, so that's super cool. That's me and Maria Wolf. So we're at the bar on Saturday night, and Liana is talking to someone, and I go, Liana, is that Maria Wolf? And she goes, yeah. Do you want me to introduce you? And I was like, yes. So I actually talked to Maria for like 40 fucking minutes or more. Like, it was a really great conversation about her artwork and what she's doing and what's coming up. And yo, Maria Wolf, fucking cool as shit, y'all, as you could tell from the selfie at the bar. There's me, and I think her name was Michelle. She was helping Liana out at her booth. Super supportive, very cool. She's done comic book work as well, as far as I know that she's in The Color's Always or something like that. But it was cool to, like, when I was at that bar that last night, I was just taking selfies, right? And then there's one of my favorite pictures. That's me and the Lost in Comics crew and John Lees and Alex Cormack chilling at the bar. What a fun fucking time that was, y'all. And Chris or David, if you're still here, the pouch, y'all know that was a fun time. It was great. So there's me with Evan, what's his name? Is it Huxley or Huxley? Anyway, the guy from Power Comics. He's also from the Dark Side of the Ring. I've never watched the Dark Side of the Ring, so I didn't have that fanboy, but I went outside to vape, and Jason Hamlin was there. He runs a booth there that I always buy comics from. Cartoonist Kayfabe have spotlighted him on their channel. He's got a lot of cool, like, underground, independent type stuff. And I just walked outside and I saw Jason over there chatting. So I walked over there to chat with Jason and his homies. And there was Evan from Power Comics. And I got to chat with him. And he was showing us, like, his newest acquisitions. A lot of cool Golden Age stuff that he got. It was fucking badass to meet him because I love Power Comics. And I own every Power Comics reprint that they've done with Floating World. So that was fucking cool. That's us at dinner on that Saturday night. We went to the Public House. We went there last year, went there again. Just a beer and burgers kind of place. Really cool, really fun. Really cool crew that I was there. Once again, that night, there we are with Gavin Smith and Ricardo Lopez Ortiz. Gavin Smith is the new current artist on the Ninja Turtles. He does the Dead Legend series, just wrapped up Star Trek The Mirror War. He's a super cool dude. Ricardo Lopez Ortiz did a Hit Girl book with Mark Miller. He's done a lot of work. I've talked about his work here on the channel. He was a super fucking cool dude. It was really cool to hang out with him that night. And then this is one of my favorite pictures from the night. That's me and Chris from Lost in Comics. Chris said, I want a picture of you kissing me. And I was more than happy to oblige because Chris is a very sexy man. And we had a good, fun time. And that's me on the last night when I got home, or what should I say, back to our sexy-ass apartment building. And I had to say goodnight to Charlotte for one last time. Man, and it all started here. What a fantastic fucking night. What a fantastic weekend. Lots of memories. Lots of cool stuff. I bought a lot of cool stuff. I'm about to show all of that to you. Let's check out the channel real quick. OUG says, now I want to go to HeroesCon. You should. Come and party with us, Carrie. Bizarro, you're invited too. Both of y'all, come party with us next year. Yep, Kevin was there, buddy. Brian's great. Ha ha ha. Both Chris and Pouch said that Brian was great. Love that guy. Hell yeah. Brian looks like your dad when he's horribly disappointed in your behavior. Brian is PCP's Pouch. I like that. Yeah, that's Matt, your friend. Hondalorian. Are you, what's her name? What was your name? I met you. Is that you? Hondalorian? Is that you who I met randomly and you said your friend Matt was there? And then I met Matt and we hung out all fucking night? It was cool meeting you too. We should have got a selfie. Fuck. That's cool. You met Charles Forsman. It only happened because of you, Two Gun. I wouldn't have known who the dude was other than you. And y'all, you just wait, Two Gun, because when I do the haul, you're going to love it. Jeff Howe. Thank you so much, Chris. It's cool hanging out with Jeff. Yeah, Maria Wolf's art is wonderful. She's super fucking cool. She's a partier. I fucking love her so much. She's great. Zanji says, man, I got to get to HeroesCon next year. Oh, she says, looks like a ton of fun. Brian has such great chops. Yeah. Did we do the deed? I don't remember. We did not do the deed, Chris. I've had plenty of people, though, because I made the picture of me kissing you. I made that my Facebook profile pic, and people be like, yo, who's the new dude? I did not go to any Pride events. We were locked up into HeroesCon. Han DeLorean says, no, I'm a dude. You met my other friend, Michelle. Yeah, that's right. She was awesome. Mishala or whatever her name is. She was great. I wish I would have got a picture with her. Chris says, I mean, what would y'all do with Robbie right in front of you? Fuck yeah, man. It was great. It was such a good time. Now, way back in the day, when we were starting this, we got a super chat from Lars. NOK59. I don't know how much that is, but we're doing a shot. We're doing a song. Did you have a request? If you don't have a request, I'll just do some Eve 6. Lars, this is for you. Sorry it took so long. And yeah, HeroesCon was awesome but expensive. I still owe Robbie some money for the room. So super chats and PayPal donations are appreciated. That's why we're drinking and singing. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. Tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named Yo. PPRD. All right, OUG has reminded me that Lars requested Total Eclipse of the Heart. Fuck. All right. We're going to try. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming. Or turn around, every now and then I get a little bit tired. Oh, I have the lyrics in front of me and an ad popped up. I get a little bit tired. Wait, what the fuck? Where are we at? I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified when then I see the look in your turn around. Bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Every now and then I fall apart. And every now and then I get a little bit restless, a dream of something wild. Every now and then I get a little bit helpless. I'm lying like a child in your arms. Turn around. I don't really know this song as much as I thought I did. Every now and then I get a little bit angry and I've got to get it out and cry. I turn around. Every now and then I get a little terrified, but I see the look in your every night. bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. And we'll only make it right if we can. 'Cause together we can make a man. Fuck, I don't know where the fuck we're going now. I hope that's good enough, Lars. You stumped me a little bit on that one, I'll tell you what. Every now and then I fall apart. I fucking need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever. Isn't that the bit from American Pie? Don't they do that there? All right, when we come back, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, hopefully more super chats, hopefully more Patreon donations, shots, singing, request a song, but the haul from HeroesCon is coming up, as well as a reveal of Action Fest 2023. Here only on Rockin Robbie Live.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, 'cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pop Culture Philosophers, in particular Rockin Robbie Live, a very special edition where we're about to be showing off my haul from HeroesCon. I already talked about my experience, how fun that was. We did the DC sneak peek, we talked about The Flash, we talked about a lot of stuff already tonight. But upcoming, my haul, my show and tell from HeroesCon, as well as the reveal of the PCP Action Fest 2023 lineup tonight. Follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group, and you can follow me on Twitter at @RockinRobbie. You can support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine patrons right there, or with a super chat or a direct donation to my PayPal. Link is thrown up, pinned in the chat, if you will. Any PayPal donation or super chat, $10 or more, gets a shot of tequila, of which I'm feeling very loose right now. Very fucking loose, y'all. And a song of your choosing. So there you go. Also, PCP mystery boxes are now available. We only have 10 available for this week. They are $30, including shipping. They contain comics, cards, toys, original art, surprises, and more. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Tomorrow night, PCP Movie Night, 8 p.m. Central Time, Gandahar. It's the finale of Crew's Choice. This is Joe Corallo's pick. It's a 1987 French film. The monthly comic book review of June. What are the best comics of June? We'll be talking about that Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And join Dylan over at Dylan's Horror Show for Jaws on Saturday night at 6:30-ish p.m. Central Time. All right. Old school. It's not American Pie. It's old school. I fucking need you now and more. I fucking need you more than ever. When's the record, Robbie? Need another award. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I do want one more shot. If someone could oblige me, throw out a super chat or Patreon, it's fine if you don't want to. But please do, because we're about to get into the show and tell portion of this segment. However, before we do that, let's go ahead and reveal the lineup for PCP Action Fest. So tomorrow night, we're wrapping up Crew's Choice with Gandahar. And then we're taking a week off. July 3rd, no PCP movie night. Well, it's the 4th of July weekend. 4th of July is the next day. I'll be trying to get the weekly review ready for you. So we're not doing a show that night. But then we got 5 weeks of Action Fest. And the best part of Action Fest is that Action Fest is what happens right before Horror Fest. And y'all, the Horror Fest lineups are looking really fucking good. We're adding another channel to Horror Fest this year, by the way. So it's going to be bigger than ever, and it's going to be great. But it's time to reveal the lineup for Action Fest, which starts July 10th. So let me pull up the calendar so I can get the dates right. And I do believe it starts on July 10th. Yeah, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st. All right, so that's where we're going. 5 weeks in a row into August. For some reason, I completely dropped out of everything. Should have done that. Bear with me. All right. Action Fest. It starts July 10th. And it goes for 5 weeks. Then we take 2 weeks off. And then we start Horror Fest on DHS the last Saturday of August. Because we're starting a week earlier this year. Y'all ready? July 10th, Action Fest starts off with the entire Indiana Jones franchise. That's right, there's a fifth one coming out, Dial of Destiny. We'll be talking about the Lost Ark. We'll be talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and the Dial of Destiny at the kickoff of Action Fest 2023. Next up will be Missing in Action. That's right, the Chuck Norris film. Missing in Action. I've not seen this film since I was a kid, and I loved it back then, so I'm excited to revisit it. The next week, I had to put a Kung Fu movie in here. We're doing Ip Man. Absolutely. Donnie Yen as Ip Man. What a fantastic movie. Cannot wait to talk about that one. Then we're doing an old school one, an old school favorite, Predator. The original Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, and the Predator. And then the big finale of Action Fest is Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3. That's right, all 3 Beverly Hills Cops movies. So let's recap. We kick off Action Fest with the entire Indiana Jones franchise. We move into Missing in Action, then Ip Man, then Predator, and we wrap up with all 3 Beverly Hills Cop movies. Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3. And y'all, I'm a big fan of Part 3. So there you go. Boom. That's the Action Fest lineup. Let's go through it again. We kick off with the Indiana Jones franchise, Missing in Action, Ip Man, Predator, and Beverly Hills Cop franchise. What a great lineup, eh? All right, tequila's getting to me. And I see we got a super chat from Spillio again. Annie Queen song. Ooh. Huh. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Queen song is the request. I'll do something very simple and boring and generic, like We Will Rock You. But if we get another super chat in before I start, I'll do Bohemian Rhapsody. So as we're waiting, here's the shot for you, Spillio. And I know y'all don't want to just hear something boring. Like, we will rock you. I know you want to hear Bohemian Rhapsody in its fullness with a shot of tequila. It's good. While y'all are waiting to decide if you want me to do We Will Rock You or Bohemian Rhapsody, and all I need is one more super chat, $10 or more. But until then, let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who.
sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Ace. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named PPRG. Yeah! All right, y'all. It's about to be We Will Rock You. But if we get another super chat, we're doing Bohemian Rhapsody, the whole goddamn thing. Let this play for a moment. Y'all have fun. I didn't mean to turn that off. Thank you so much. Now he fights with a fire starter named Bliss and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. PPLG. This is for you, Choco's 26. Getting lit tonight, y'all. See how far I can go on tequila without chugging beers? It's great. Station. Love that Hellboy. Hellboy shampoo.
I just realized I was completely muted the entire time. Fuck. That's what this text is. You are muted, brother. Yeah, I got 2 texts from people like, no sound. Okay. I hope it looked epic. More epic than it is, but here we go. Fuck it. We'll do one more shot. This one makes me nervous, man. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. And I need y'all to do the harmony for me. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. To me, dum bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Mama just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. Pull the trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun. But now I've gone and thrown it all away. Oh, that's bad. Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back this time, then tomorrow. Carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sends shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Goodbye, and I leave you all and face the truth. Mama, ooh, I don't want to die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Carry on, and nothing really matters. And then it goes into the bit. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. Flee, Galileo, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from his monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bishmilia, no, we will not let you go, let me go. Bishmilia, no, we will not let you go, let me go. Bishmilia, we will not let you go, let me go. Bishmilia, we will not let you go, no, 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 no. Oh, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me, for me, for me. Do 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 do. So you think you can leave me and slap him? Wait, hold on. Let me start that over. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get right, just gotta get right out of here. It does the whole thing, and then it goes, nothing really matters, anyone can see. Nothing really matters, nothing really matters to me. Anyway the wind blows. All right, that's where we are. But I feel like I failed that. Somebody give you guys a free tequila shot because Robbie's fucked up. And it's like a half a shot. And I'm going to do you one of the songs I kill at karaoke. So here you go. Fucking limes. And one of the reasons why I do this so well at karaoke is because I don't need any lyrics. So here we go. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof will leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, I just spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Yeah, I knew the lyrics were right, but I had to make sure. I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. Tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases. I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I would swallow my pride. I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Yeah, all right, here we go. SoCal is where my mind stays, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not as ugly, sad as you. Or am I origami? Folded up and just pretend, demented as the motives in your head. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Rendezvous, rendezvous. I'm alone and the one you don't know you need. Take feed your ego.
Make me blind when your eyes close, sink when you get close, tie me to the bedpost. I alone am the one you don't know you need, you don't know you need me. Make me blind when your eyes close, tie me to the bedpost. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through. Now I'm through with you. Oh. With you. All right. I'm actually doing karaoke this upcoming Wednesday. So here's something I want to put out there. Until the end of the show, if we hit a $25 super chat, you can request a song for me to do in real life at karaoke. And I'll do it, record it, and post it here for you on Rockin Robbie Live. Fucking Steph. Here's to the nights we felt alive. Here's to the... Dude, you're fucking with me right now, man. Don't fuck with me right now. Bro, Taki, Ice Ice Baby is the first one I do every karaoke session. Every karaoke session. Taki, if you want to hear it, $10. $10. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new, whoa, super chat for the rest of that. All right. We're moving on to the show and tell portion of the segment. We're going to start off with this. I met Nick Cagnetti. I got this print from him, and he did this awesome ass remark for me. Look at that pink lemonade remark and the signature right there. The only print I bought from HeroesCon this year was Nick Cagnetti. Fuck yeah. I talked to you about Jeffrey Allen Love. This is a book I picked up from him. There's his signature right there. He also gave me this cool little print. It was upside down. A Bigfoot. Which he signed as well. Jeffrey Allen Love. His work is fucking fantastic. I picked up this book from him. We hung out with him that night. He's a super cool fucking dude. Y'all need to support his work. Jeffrey Allen Love. This is the Thousand Demon Tree that we have here. I bought this from Michelle Fife. Zegas. I've never read it, but I bought it from him. Got a signature right there. Look how cool that artwork looks. Very excited for that. Yo, we met John Lees and Alex Cormack, so I had to get my Sync Volume 1 signed by both. Alex Cormack right there, and then John said, Robbie, welcome to Glasgow. And drew a little remark of a van. That was super cool. Sync Volume 2. This is my favorite because
Alex's signature is the same. John's is, Robbie, the safe word is pineapple. John Lee's. Great stuff. Two Gun Pedro gave me this, and then Emily was gone. And yep, I got John to sign it, bruh. Robbie. What does it say? Watch out for Bony Snaw. Two Gun, you sent this to me, and I got it signed by the creator. That's dope. Y'all know I met Ed Piskor again. I got him to sign my Red Room Volume 1 trade paperback. Where's the signature? Right there. Ed's a super cool dude. I am drunk. There's Volume 2. He signed it on the cover. I knew this book has been going out of print. Actually, Ed had a whole video about this, but this was out of print, so I brought it for him to sign. WYSIWYG. I brought this to him first thing, and he was like, yeah, hell yeah, dude, you got WYSIWYG. So that was dope as fuck. Jim Rugg. I got him to sign my Plain Janes. Another book kind of coming out of print. Where did he sign it? Right there. Art Saves, Jim Rugg. How fucking dope is that? We were talking about Charles Forsman. So I picked up his New York Ninja. This is the official sequel to the 80s film New York Ninja. And he signed it for me. But what's cooler than that is I got a original sketch from Charles right there. Two Gun, if you're still here, this is for you, brother. How cool is that? All right, Jay Lee, I finally met him. Got my Youngblood Strike File #1 signed by Jay Lee. Yeah, he may have cringed at this, but this is still some of my favorite Jay Lee shit. We were talking about this that night at the apartment building or whatever. I got my Wildcats Trilogy #1 signed by him as well. Right there. Here's my copy of Dig. Signed by John Lees and Alex Cormack. To Rockin Robbie. Hell yeah. All right. So I met Michelle Fife. And I was like, bruh, I got this early retailer edition. He was like, my friend's been looking for this. He cannot find this, but this is an early retail edition of the Image Copra #1. So he signed it for me. He gave me this Copra catalog. And then I had him sign the Bloodstrike Brutalists #1 right there. I had our friend Liana sign my Know Your Station #1. Signatures right there. Pink Lemonade #1 signed by Nick Cagnetti. Number 2, signed by Nick Cagnetti. Xeno number 1, signed by Nick Cagnetti. Now, he told Brian, yo, this is my first Xeno that I'm signing. So I was like, remember, this is the second Xeno that you're signing. Jim Rugg signed my Shaolin Cowboy right there on the signature of his cover. He signed my X-Men Legends number 2 as well. Right there. I brought this up. Brigade number 1. Both Jim and Ed said, we haven't seen what this actually looks like. So I had them sign the pages that they did. So Ed signed his bit right there. We had a nice conversation about it. And Jim signed his right there. And neither of them had seen this in person. I was the first person to bring the Brigade work by Ed Piscor and Jim Rugg to them. That's pretty fucking dope. Trad Moore, when I met him, got him to sign my Doctor Strange number 1. I told y'all I met Monty Keene, and I got all of his books, and I got them all signed. So there's Steel Streets number 1, signed. Number 2, signed. Number 3, signed. Number 4, signed. Number 5, signed. Number 6, signed. And number 7 signed. So I bought the whole set. And there they are. Good stuff. There's my copy of Faster from Jesse Lonergan. Great stuff. Check out his work. Tiny Dreams from Mitchum's. I got them to sign it. Wait, where was it? Oh, there's the signature right there. This is like Kirby from the the Nintendo. Fuck yeah. Dope stuff. Liana did this print, gave it to me for free. Because she knew I liked horror movies. There's her Pearl print. Jim Rugg gave me this for all of my customers who bought the Hulk Grand Design. And there is the True Crime Funnies that I got from Jim Rugg signed. And I bought Maple Terrace from Noah Van Sciver. Brand new book. Good stuff. And I got it signed. From our buddy Matt, he hooked me up with this. Maniac, the comic book in a slipcase. I showed that off on Dylan's Horror Show last night. There's Maniac 2 in a slipcase. And then there's Maniac versus the New York Ripper. So Matt, you're awesome. And this note. To Rockin Robbie, the Roger Ebert of comic books, pick of the week. All right. Have we got everything I got signed? Yes. Now, what did I pick up at the show? What did I buy? I bought a reprint of Zap Comics number 0. From all of this is from my buddy Jason Hamlin, retailer to the stars. So I got Zap Comics number 0, Zap Comics number 1, Zap Comics number 2. These are all reprints, obviously. Zap Comics number 3, Zap Comics number 4, Zap Comics number 5. So very pleased with that. But also I was feeling, because I was surrounded by sexy people, I guess I was super horny. So I also bought Horny Stories and Comics number 1 from my boy Jason. Two Gun Pedro sent me Cherry Comics number 6 and 9, but I had to buy number 4. Right there. Is there a page I can show you? Let's see if there's a page I can show. I can show you that page. I can't show you that page. I was in particular after Milo Manara stuff. So I picked up Butterscotch Volume 1. By Milo Manara. And I picked up Click Volume 1 from Milo Manara. Basically, erotic, sexy comics from masters in the industry. Anyway, and that's pretty much it. So, hell yeah. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I am drunk. Thank you all for the super chats, for helping me drink tonight. It's been great. Rockin Robbie Live. Thank you so much. We are dipping out. Station. We appreciate everything. Y'all have been the best. And Flash is a good movie. And go to HeroesCon. It's Spilios, one of the best people of all time. We love you. We love you so much. So we hope you have a good night. We really do. Station. Pop, pop. Boom! You know what I'm talking about, man? Shit.